Hello, gentlemen. It's privilege for me to meet you through this session. Hope you remember the previous sessions. For these days, we were seeing about the unit 1 philosophy and human values. In that one, the first lesson philosophy and education. So, I would like to just give in a nutshell form of the previous class. That in the previous class we saw what is philosophy. So in simple, philosophy is the love of wisdom. And what is education? uh, this philosophy and education, they have got a mild difference rather than they are equal in their approach. And what does mean by education? That is passing on one's knowledge, passing on one's what they have learned, the fact from life, the reality. Okay, all these things as educations. And then we saw metaphysics. Yeah, in my previous class, in this session, I gave you the uh, idea of what this metaphysics really is. I think you might have got understood because in comment session I was not able to see any doubts arising by you, so that I think that you have got understood. Okay, so metaphysics, it is a branch of philosophy which talks about existence and being, like that we saw. And also what the metaphysics is, it is the one which doesn't deals either with the language physics or with the metals. Yeah, it is metata physica. That's what we saw. In nature being what? Okay, they're real. And that is what in the page number 6, gentlemen. And now on display you can see page number 7. uh, the metaphysics, yeah, it continues in the page number 7 like this: regardless of your definition of reality, uh, the categorization of the physical universe form the foundation of several school subjects. Yeah, here literary it doesn't mean the school, it means the branch of subjects, the study in philosophy. So regardless whatever the definition we have got, the related with the reality, all those things that which we saw in metaphysics, the what is the existence and what is the reality, being. Okay, for that I think I gave the example of the movie The Matrix, which was released in 1999. So if you have saw that movie means, and also I have give the short the film description, which will tell you about regarding with this existence and being. Okay, in this page number 8 we are going to see the next one, epistemology. Yes, epistemology. And now in your book page number 7 it is this: epistemology is the branch of philosophy that considers how people come to learn what they know. So what here it is written, I will read out once again. Epistemology is the branch of philosophy, just like metaphysics. Okay, this epistemology is also is a branch of philosophy. And here epistemology, what that it considers how people come to learn what they know. Whether you got it, whether you understood. So in simple, let me put into this one phrase. Okay, theory of knowledge. So philosophy means itself wisdom, love of wisdom or knowledge. Okay, metaphysics we saw in that one. In metaphysics we have got ontology. Okay, and what is that? We have uh, discussed about it. If you want, means you can just cross check in the previous post dated sessions. You can very welcome to know. Okay, so this epistemology, it is also is just like a metaphysics. So gentlemen, philosophy, it has got its types. Okay, after this one we are going to see probably axiology and logic. Okay, so just like for example how the letter writing, in letter writing we have got four types of letter writing. For example, personal formal letter writing, informal letter writing, then business letter writing, and official letter writing. So in a letter, how the four categories are there, just like that in philosophy, this metaphysics is there. In metaphysics we have got ontology and this epistemology, and in this epistemology the varieties are there. Inshallah, in the same session you will see. I will try my best so that I can make that visible on your screen. Okay, so epistemology is the branch of philosophy that considers how people come to learn what they know. So epistemology is the branch of philosophy. What it is actually considers, like how metaphysics is considers with existence or being. Okay, like that here what this epistemology, it mainly it considers as its basic, okay, or is pivot on which all this epistemology it comes, means it is of how people come to learn what they know, how people come to learn what they know. That is the theory of knowledge. Let me put in a simple way. Just I would like to give the example. For example, I say I am happy. Okay, so if I am giving a statement that I am happy, means on what basis, on what parameter, how I define this happy, HAPPY, because the definition for happy, it differs from person to person. That is my personal view. Okay, so if you understand what is the reason for the happy, means that is the theory of being happy. Somewhere I read that don't feel the time that you have wasted, that you enjoyed. Yeah, it has got its own literary. Okay, sorry for deviating from the lesson. Let me come to the point. Okay, it is a branch of epistemology, is a branch of philosophy that considers how people come to learn what they know. Theory of knowledge, that I am happy, how I decide that, how I say that, proclaim that, declare that I am happy, on what basis. Knowing that one is called as the theory of knowledge. Okay, derived from the Greek word episteme, meaning knowledge or understanding. Epistemology refers to the nature and origin of knowledge and truth. Epistemology proposes that there are four main bases. Yeah, this is what I said, that like how in metaphysics we have got ontology, here in epistemology also there are four types which they influence, okay, in learning all these things. Okay, now what is in your book that I have just read and I have said to you guys, and now this is what I found in some thing, that this it will be helpful for you as an example or as an extra note to your textbook. Okay, so if you see, means the question, what is epistemology? Epistemology, it is from Greek, like how philosophy also it comes from ancient Greek. So all these words, this metaphysics and this philosophy, this all from Greeks. And also one point I would like to record here, that the philosophers, the great philosophers whom we say, for example, the Aristotle, Plato, Socrates. Okay, yeah, many philosophers are there. Only these people are not. These people also are, Alhamdulillah, the philosophers, but these are among the others, and that is what is the next unit. Top 10 ancient Indian philosophers. In that one, inshallah, we will see in detail what the ancient philosophers of our India. Okay, now why I am saying that Greek means, because English is not a homogeneous language, it is an heterogeneous language. Already in many sessions I have told you. Okay, so in Greek we find these people, Plato, Socrates, all these people, they are as great philosophers, and their philosophy what they have, they given, they derived as ethic or logic. Okay, whatever it has been taken into studies. Okay, we learn it, sometimes we apply in the life. Okay, all these things, and I think that is the reason why these things are from Greek, because of the people whose contribution is or as the pioneers in this field, philosophy. Okay, so these people, the Socrates, the Plato, all these people, they belong to Greek. Okay, so these words are taken from Greek into English. This is my perception. Okay, now come to the point. Epistemology from Greek. Something, gentlemen, in Greek it is there. Okay, episteme, Latin, scientia, which means knowledge, logos, probably the study, logy, Logy, biology, physiology, all those things, it comes from logos. Okay, logy means itself study, so or theory of knowledge. Okay, so actually epistemology means theory of knowledge. This is what already I told you guys. Okay, that it is the theory of how the knowledge, that is I am happy. So on what basis, what the theory that I have got to say that I am happy. Okay, knowing happy or knowing sad, that too is a knowledge. Okay, so knowledge itself is what we say, uh, belief, true, trust. I think I have somewhere quoted that one here. Okay, inshallah, if we come across, means we will see. Okay, yeah, for knowledge, that thing. Okay, the first point here, if you see, means the study of the nature and scope of knowledge and justified belief. Okay, the study of the nature and scope of knowledge. So the study of nature, so probably I am happy means how my nature would be. Very simple, gentlemen. Okay, whether I will be crying, no, probably not. Okay, yeah, one other cry is Ananda Kanir, they say. Okay, I don't mean that. Okay, I will be happy. Well, my postures, well, you can see a smiling face, all those things. Scope of knowledge. We can say this face is the index of mind. Already someone has just said. And what is these things, that nature and scope of knowledge, they justify the belief. Okay, second point, the study of our method of acquiring. Oh, sorry, it got skipped out. Okay, now come to the this slide. What here it says is that like the previous one. Okay, it is mainly concerned with the theory of knowledge. Okay, and this theory of knowledge, it plays a very vital role in four main areas. So what are that four main areas? If you see, means the first one, the philosophical analysis of the nature of knowledge and how it relates to such concepts as truth, belief, and justification. See, gentlemen, you should have to understand what is truth. Okay. uh, Truth we know, which doesn't have got any false. Okay. Second one is belief. Yeah, second one is belief. Okay, it is not trust or faith. So see the difference in your dictionary between these three words, what they mean: belief, faith, trust. And this is your assignment. Okay. Okay, so here we are talking about a belief and justification. Yes, it should has to be justified. What the areas in which this philosophical analysis we apply, the nature of knowledge. Okay, so what the natural what is the knowledge? Okay, what is its nature, whether it is learned, that is educated, or it is experienced. For example, it's not necessary that I have to fell from 10th floor of a building and then I should learn that I should get know that I will either die or I will get hurt. Okay, so this one, gentlemen, so probably I can see and I can sense, I can feel okay, that I can realize. For that one, it's not necessary that I have to really go and fail. Okay, so this is education. Okay, without falling down and learning. Okay, really falling down and learning, that is what is something, it comes in the way of acquiring knowledge. Okay, some other examples could be given. Okay, so on the basis of the nature of knowledge and how it relates to such concepts, so what are the concepts that they relate, such as truth, that I said, which is true. Okay, no lie. Second one is belief, not trust or not faith. Okay, and justification. On this base, this one, it has to be its point, that is the theory of knowledge, that how I am getting. Then the problems of skepticism, the sources and scope of knowledge and justified belief, the criteria for knowledge and justification. So these are the main areas, gentlemen, on which this theory of knowledge is actually built. So these are considered as the main foundation, as the basis. Okay, the sources, what are the sources and what is its scope of knowledge. Okay, that also we have to see the source. Okay, the source must be a good one, and because on the base of that source we are getting the knowledge. For example, in the previous one, I told you that I will what I learn in my life, I will just pass it on to my son, that is the education. Probably here in this scene, in this case, if you see, means being a father to a son, probably I will say, or I will direct him in the right path. And for example, some other person, okay, for example, one of his friend, okay, if he says something, means that you have to see on the reliability of the source, because in the first case the source is me, that is the father. Okay, and the second source, some x or y friend, that source, its reliability. Okay, we have passed on that one. So more, if you want to know, means please let me know in the comment box. So inshallah, some more slides we passed on without going through the points. that points in next, if you wish. Okay, let me know in that comment box in the classroom. I will just go through that points also. I too felt that I have just left it behind. Okay, let me come to this slide. Okay, what is knowledge? So now I am once again coming to the first point, that is philosophy. Okay, love of wisdom or knowledge. Okay, so this one, what is, gentlemen? uh, Epistemology is the theory of knowing. Okay, the theory of knowledge, and what the theory on what all those things it is based. Okay, that's one, sorry, that one we saw. Skepticism, all those things we saw. Okay, knowledge. The slide it has passed. Okay, now if you see, means in epistemology there are four main branches are there, like that we saw in the book. Okay, and here I have given you that what I know the best. Okay, the four main branches. Epistemology recognize four different sources of knowledge. One is intuitive knowledge. Okay, something like intuition. Okay, intuition, sorry, I'm not able to pronounce it rightly, I think so. Intuitive knowledge, so the based on feelings rather than hard. Okay, so yeah, in movies you may have watched something like they say, my intuition says, my intuition. Yeah, intuitive knowledge based on our feelings. And then the next one is authoritative knowledge. This is based on information received from people, books, a supreme being, etc. Okay, so the second one is the authoritative knowledge. That is four different sources of knowledge. In that one, the second one comes authoritative knowledge. So how the authoritative knowledge? This based on the information received from people. For example, I can for example, okay, the hadith, the true hadith, if you see, means it will have got all its record, who said, who heard, and who communicated this, everything it will be there. Then books. Okay, books like what is it, Quran, Bible, Gita. Okay, not just these books, for I'm telling you. Okay, other than this, like novel, sorry, autobiographies. Okay, biographies, that thing. Okay, it will be as authoritative one to know a person. Okay, on the base of the writings, the books. Okay, then a supreme being. Okay, a person whom we rely the most or trust. Okay, for example, myself, if you ask me, means I will say Tariq Jamil. So this is my example to give you for your comprehension purpose. Okay, uh, then logical knowledge. What is this logical knowledge? So very well, the word logic itself, it gives its own synonym. You can very well understand what here this logical knowledge here it says. Okay, so logic, arrived at by reasoning from point A to point B, which is accepted, the point A which is accepted, and point B the new knowledge. Okay, so from point A to point B being logic. Okay, the next one is empirical knowledge. Empirical knowledge. Okay, gentlemen, here you can see epistemological questions that I told you, know the theory of knowledge. So how we can question, how we can make a theory on this knowledge, means just by asking the questions. The question of origin whole together it is called in that one it comes what is knowledge, what are the sources of knowledge, where does genuine knowledge come from, how is knowledge acquired. Okay, so this is the basis of the questions of origin. Okay, the person for in the previous one we saw no, I to give the example of hadith, that one here it can be quoted. Okay, then what is the nature of knowledge? Is there a real world outside the mind, and if so can we know it? Okay, so here what is the nature of knowledge, whether it is real or not, whether just it exists in our mind. Okay, or it is there we can know it. Okay, so that is the question of appearance versus reality. Okay, so on this base this epistemology is built. Okay, that the theory is built. And the third one, the last one is our knowledge valid? Sorry, I got something example for this. What is the nature of knowledge? Is there a real world outside the mind, and if so we can know it? I thought it's gentlemen some example for you so that you can comprehend it very easily, but I forgot. Inshallah in future if it comes in my mind, if it strikes I will let you know. And then the last one is question of testing truth and verification. Thank you.